clause, we talk about group of words that combine together, or it is a combination of words, mean group of words are combined to become a clause. So clause is sentence. Okay, welcome back to TPT class again, my friends. And today I'm gonna show you the simple lesson that I want to show everyone about clause. And okay, so have you ever known about clause? What is clause? And how do we know clause? So when we talk about clause, we are referring to group of words or a combination of words to be clause. So clause is a sentence. Everyone, clause is a sentence. So when we talk about clause, we refer to sentence. Sentence and clause, just the same one. But when we talk about clause, we refer to dependent clause and independent clause, like this. Yes? So, clause, it is a group of words are combined to be a sentence. And you can see on the whiteboard, when we talk about clause, we refer to independent clause and dependent clause. Okay, so this is the lesson for today. I'm gonna show you, and I want everyone to know about clause. And even though this video cannot help you a lot, but I hope that it's also the way to improve your English, to know more about grammatical way of sentence. Just let us see one by one about clause. My friends, you can see independent clause. So independent clause, how do we call independent clause in English? Not only independent clause that we can call. When we are talking about independent clause, we also talk about simple sentence, complete sentence, or man clause. You get it? So independent clause, it is also simple sentence, complete sentence, or man clause. It is independent clause because it is a clause that can form a complete sentence or complete sentence standing alone. You know, independent clause, it is the type of sentence or clause that can stand alone. No need there a sentence to support it, meaning that we get enough idea to understand the type of this sentence. It is a sentence that gives us to know enough idea. Yes, enough short. So, independent clause, my friends. Independent clause, I give you here just a simple form, means subject, predicate. So you see, my friends, predicate here, I refer to verb plus object. Yes, predicate means group of words, group of phrases that start counting from verb going on, we call predicate in a sentence. So in here, subject plus predicate, I refer to subject plus object and blah blah blah, another word or group of words that give more information to the action or to the doer in the sentence. You see, so predicate, it is a group of words or phrases that tell us to know what does subject do. Yes, a sentence like this simple form, subject plus predicate, we called independent clause. So let us see example. She is an outstanding student. Yes, so this one we call independent clause. Why? Because you see, subject she and predicate. Yes, the simple. You get the idea. She is an outstanding student. You understand? Yes. So, it is the simple idea that we understand. Of course, she is an outstanding student. Yes. Another one. I have lived here. I have lived here for a long time. You see, I can put I have lived here for 3 years. Yes, I have lived here for 3 years. You get the idea. A simple sentence. You see, subject I and predicate have lived here for 3 years. Yes, like this. Look at another one. Everyone respects him. Everyone respects him. You got the idea? Simple way, of course. Everyone respects him because he's good, man. So everyone is subject and respect him is predicate. You see, predicate like verb plus object. Like number one, you can see subject she and predicate. Yes, this one predicate. Yeah, predicate. Okay, do you understand? The simple way to understand about independent clause like this. Okay, Let me move to another one about dependent clause. You see, dependent clause, because when we talk about clause, we have independent clause and dependent clause. So let us see about dependent clause. What is dependent clause? Yes. Can we call only dependent clause? No. We can call dependent clause or subordinate clause. Why do we use dependent clause, and why do we have to learn about dependent clause? Because we have to know about information that we have to use dependent clause to give more information to independent clause. You see, dependent clause, it is a type of sentence used to give more information to independent clause. Dependent clause, it is a clause that can't be formed a complete sentence and not standing alone. Yeah, as I told you in the previous time, dependent clause is also a sentence, but it doesn't have enough meaning for its own self. You know. So let us say one by one. You see here, you can see it is the form also. We have subordinator. You know subordinator, I used to tell you in the previous video. Subordinator, we refer to subordinating conjunctions. Yes, subordinating conjunction is subordinator. Yes. So dependent clause, it is a type of sentence, or it is a sentence that starts with subordinator plus subject and predicate. You can see also have subject and predicate like this one, subject and predicate. However, it is still different from independent clause. Examples. Who studies English over there? You got the idea? When you see like this, we feel not enough short to be understood. You can see also subject. This one, it is relative pronoun. You see, relative pronoun function as a subject because we see verb here. So this one subject, or we call subordinator. I forgot to tell you about this. Subject here, sometimes we need it and sometimes we don't need it. So this one subject here, it is optional. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you about this. So like you see here, we see subordinator or subordinating conjunction, or we can call relative pronoun function as subject and then verb. Yes. So all of this predicate also, but it is not the full sentence or complete sentence. Yeah, it is not a complete sentence. Yes. Another one, since I started my work. Yeah, you see, so since it is subordinator. Yeah, subordinator, and this one, yeah, we have subject, and this one we predicate. Yeah, look at this one. So the first one we don't have specific like this, but relative pronoun, I mean it function here as subject. But this one we use sin. Yes, sin also subordinator, subordinating conjunction. After that subject and predicate. Yes. Another one, because he is a good man. You got the idea? When we start our speaking, we just start like this. Do you understand? Do you want the listener understand your speaker word? Yes, of course. I guess that everyone will not understand your speaking if you start saying like this. Because he's a good man. You see, it is subordinator, yes, and subject, predicate. Yes. Independent clause and dependent clause, they have subject and predicate the same, but the difference of them: independent clause, subject and predicate, but dependent clause, subordinator, subject optional, and predicate. And I also want everyone learn about dependent clause, type of dependent clause. This one, you see, I give you 3 types of dependent clause, like noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. You know what is noun clause? What is adjective clause? What is adverb clause? So 3 of them, they are dependent clause. You see, noun clause, we use noun clause. Exactly, you know already, clause is a sentence. So we use noun clause, can be subject clause, can be object clause. Yes, so noun clause function can be subject, can be object, you know, object of verb or object of preposition. Yes. And adjective clause, you know adjective clause. So you got the idea. Adjective, we talk about words that used to describe noun. You see, so adjective we use to describe noun. So adjective clause, it also clause that we use to describe noun the same. We use to give more information to noun. So we call adjective clause. And adverb clause, you know adverb clause. You see adverb. When do we use adverb? Adverb we use to modify verb, adverb, and adjective. Yes. So adverb clause also a sentence or clause that we use to modify verb, adverb, or adjective. Okay, like this. You can see example one by one. Noun clause, like example, I know what you said. You see, I know what you said. So I know it is man clause or independent clause, and what you said it is noun clause. Because this one, what I know what you said, it is object, you know, object. So noun clause, object of know. You see, it is the noun clause. What you said, it is noun clause. It is object of know. I know what you said. This sentence we call noun clause, but not all. You see, my friend, not all. I don't refer to all. All of this is noun clause. No, I don't mean like that. I know what you said. So I know it is independent clause, and from what you said, it is noun clause. Okay, this one we call noun clause. Adjective clause. He is a man who is kind. Yeah, he is a man who is kind. You can see. We have two sentences, independent clause and dependent clause. But this dependent clause is called adjective clause. Why? Why do we call this one is adjective clause? Because this sentence modified to man. You know, give more information to man. Man is noun, alright? Man is noun. So word that describe noun we call adjective. But this one is not word. You know, it is a sentence or it is clause, and we call it is adjective clause because adjective modify to noun. So we call this sentence or this clause as adjective. Like this. Another one, adverb clause. I don't know where I should go. You know, I don't know where I should go. I don't know. It is independent clause. Where I should go, dependent clause. But this dependent clause we call adverb clause. So why do we know this sentence as adverb clause? You can ask me why do we know this sentence as adverb clause, my friends? Because this sentence modified to noun. This sentence modified to verb know. So you get the idea. At first I told you adverb we used to modify verb, adverb, and adjective. So this one, you see verb know where I should go. So from where I should go, it is dependent clause and also called adverb clause because this clause we use to modify know. Okay, I don't know where I should go. So this, like this, we call adverb clause because this clause modified to verb. Okay, so it is the idea that I want everyone learn a simple way of this lesson. Again, the lesson today that I want you know it is about clause. We refer to group of word or combination of word to be a sentence. And there are two clauses, independent clause, dependent clause. You see? So the independent clause, we talk about clause that can form complete sentence or complete sentence by its own self. And it also can stand alone. No need the sentence to give more information to it. That's okay. When we say the sentence, we have enough idea or we have enough short to give the listener understand easily our speech. But dependent clause, we talk about type of sentence or a clause that can't be formed a complete sentence or complete sentence, and it can stand alone. You know, it can stand alone. So dependent clause must based on independent clause. You see, dependent clause we use to give more information to independent clause. So dependent clause, it can stand alone by itself. It must need independent clause to support its body, like this, to support it. Okay, and dependent clause, you can see dependent clause I give you three types of dependent clause. Can be noun clause, can be adjective clause, can be adverb clause. You see? Okay, so we have three types of dependent clause like noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. Okay, my friends, so I hope this video can help you to know about clause, and two type of clause and three type of dependent clause. Thank you for spending your time to watch this video, my friends. See you next video. Bye bye.